This and these, that and those. That's the way the TH goes. Hi folks, this is the way we've been taught the voiced sound TH. But how important is it to strive for this perfection? Is it really going to make a difference and help you achieve English fluency? Well, throughout years of constant English learning and improving upon English grammar and speech, I've drawn my own conclusions. They're not in total contradiction with the general consensus. However, I've found that by trying to sound as native as possible may actually impede your English fluency. Maybe it does sound controversial, especially taking into account that learning perfect British or American English pronunciation and gaining English fluency is considered almost the same by mainstream English teaching industry. But think on this. How many times you've heard a foreign English speaker say thank you instead of thank you? I think a lot, and so have I. And I have a theory on how this is happening. Let's say, for example, I'm your English teacher and you're my student. Now I'm going to teach you the phrase thank you. Okay, now repeat after me. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't hear you right. Repeat once more, please. Thank you. Well done. That's the proper way of pronouncing the sound TH. Well, you got it right. And it's totally fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't be trying to get it right. God forbid. Of course, you have to do your best when learning the basics of a foreign language, and correct pronunciation simply makes your language understandable. But now imagine that you just can't get this TH sound right. No matter how hard you try, it just doesn't seem to be working out for you. But I'm an English teacher and I'm pushing you real hard. Come on, repeat that till you get it right. Thank you. Thank you. This, these, that, those. Repeat again. I'm not a linguist and I can't tell you why certain people can't get the sound TH right. My guess is that it's to do with their native languages. They might be also extremely shy of speaking those certain sounds in a way that looks funny for others. Whatever the reason, here's what's happening to those unfortunate foreign English speakers. In front of their English teacher, they're trying to get those sounds right and are getting by simulating the sound like in thank you, thank you. But at the same time they're feeling extremely embarrassed. And the teacher is probably thinking, sure, there's nothing else I can do. At least he's trying to get the sound right and getting halfway there. But the poor English student becomes very introvert and kind of locks in his potential of mastering the English language. If I were your English teacher, I would adopt the following approach. Okay, tell me, this is my father. And you're saying, this is my father. I'll tell you once more. Okay, let's try once more. This is my father. But if you'd go, this is my father, I'd be rather saying, no. Better say it the way you did it the last time. And then you'd say, this is my father. Fine, that's perfectly fine. I'd rather have you say thanks and father than thanks and father, which are failed attempts to get the TH sounds correctly. But for some reason the whole world rotates around one big misconception that the fluent speech means speaking with a perfect English pronunciation. And once more, if you're getting it right, fair enough, don't change anything the way you speak. But if you're having thank yous and this is my father's in your speech simply because you still want to please your English teacher in a subconscious level, forget it. Use other sounds instead. They may not correspond with industry standards, but at least you'll notice improvement in your confidence when speaking English, and it will sound 100 times better. So go for T when pronouncing the unvoiced TH sound, and D when pronouncing the voiced TH sound. And by the way, here's an interesting fact. As you probably know, I live in Ireland, and although Irish is still spoken in some places, 99% of the population speak English. But Irish English has its own distinct pronunciation, like many other Englishes have, be it Australian English, South African English, and so on. So here's the funny thing. In Irish English, they don't pronounce the voiced and unvoiced TH sounds. They do exactly what I just advised you to do if you can't get the correct pronunciation right. They use T's and D's instead. So something becomes something, think is pronounced think, and this in Irish English is this. So as you can see, there's nothing wrong with speaking in a slightly different way to accommodate your personal needs. There are all kinds of funny and very distinct English accents among native English speakers all over the world, so you can get rid of this perfectionism concept that's been probably planted there in your head by teachers and English teaching industry. Okay, thanks for watching the 7th episode of the English Harmony video series. And I'd like to end this video with a Confucius's quote: "To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short." In context of striving for perfect English pronunciation, it would mean something like, to make your pronunciation too perfect is as wrong as not trying to speak correctly at all.